5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Come on. Come on. Oh no. Hi. Thanks for dropping by. You know, I want to tell you a few things about our operation here at International Rescue. As you probably know, we're a top-secret organization dedicated to aiding humanity. In other words, we help people. The precise location of our base here at Tracy Island is guarded information. All I can tell you is that it's somewhere in the Pacific. Now, I'll give you the lowdown on Mr. Tracy and the other key members of our team a little later on. But first, let's take a look at the Thunderbirds themselves. Thunderbird 1, piloted by Scott Tracy, is always first on the scene when a rescue is in progress. With a top speed in excess of 15,000 miles per hour and the ability to change from vertical into horizontal flight, it has a mobile control console from which operations can be directed.
International rescue from Thunderbird 1. Changing to horizontal flight.
She's quite a feat of engineering. When a mountain clearing machine got stuck on a cliff face with dangerous explosives on board, Thunderbird 1 had to stop boulders falling from above and hitting the machine by shooting some special metal pins into the mountainside.
Wow! Did you see what I saw?
Some machine.
And here comes another one.
Now, if this works, Virgil, come straight in and grab him. Okay, Virgil. Come in now.
FAB. Coming in now.
Then it was able to support the machine with its lifting power so that Thunderbird 2 could hold onto it and lift the crew to safety.
Okay, Scott. We've got it.
It's all yours.
It really was a team effort. Thunderbird 2, piloted by Virgil Tracy, is basically a freight-carrying craft. Though much slower and heavier than Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 2 is often at the heart of the main action in the danger zone. It's ultra-modern. Everything is automatic. It's a complicated launching system. The palm trees have to drop back to clear a path big enough for Thunderbird 2 to squeeze through. There is one adventure I particularly remember. Virgil was on his way back from putting out a fire at an oil refinery when Thunderbird 2 was mistakenly shot down by the U.S. Navy.
1, 0.
Fire!
Missiles! Thunderbird 1 in base from Thunderbird 2. Under missile attack.
Virgil, switch on the jammer.
Try and throw him off course. I think it's too late, Scott.
Well, take evasive action.
FAB. It's no good, Scott. They're still coming dead at me.
More height, Virgil. You need more height. Come in, Virgil.
Virgil, are you okay?
Virgil, pull her up.
Virgil, you're crashing. Pull her up.
Virgil, get a grip on yourself.
You've got to pull out of that dive.
For a while, it looked like he wasn't gonna survive, but he just managed to make it back to Tracy Island in time. But the danger wasn't over yet.
Easy does it. Easy.
The wheels, they've collapsed.
I can't hold her. I'm gonna crash.
Release foam, section B.
Luckily, there was no lasting damage, and Virgil was okay. There is one particular aspect of Thunderbird 2 that we sure are proud of. The center section carries one of a selection of 6 pods, each housing a different rescue machine. When the Fire Flash, a brand new airliner, was sabotaged on its maiden flight, it had to make an emergency landing with no undercarriage. We used our elevator cars to make a moving platform for it to land on.
Fire flash from Thunderbird 2.
Cut engines. Fire flash, lift port wing. Lift port wing. Cut power. Okay, fire flash,
Reverse thrust.
I'm applying brakes down here. We're not gonna make it. We're running out of runway. Hold tight, Fire Flash. Applying maximum brakes.
It was one of our most daring rescues. Thunderbird 3, piloted by astronaut Alan Tracy, is really a giant space rocket. We use it for all space rescues, and it also provides us with a link to Thunderbird 5. It's the tallest vehicle in the International Rescue Fleet, measuring 200 feet in height. It launches from its concealed hangar beneath the Tracy Island Roundhouse. Thunderbird 4 is our underwater and sea surface craft, piloted by aquanaut Gordon Tracy. It's usually carried to and from the danger zone aboard Pod 4, which is one of the 6 pods carried by Thunderbird 2. Although it's much smaller than the other Thunderbird's craft and has a limited range, Thunderbird 4 plays a vital role in international rescue's underwater operations. When the Arlington suspension bridge collapsed under the weight of the Martian probe rocket, which was on its way to its launch site, the astronauts were trapped inside the command module, which fell to the bottom of the sea. Gordon used Thunderbird 4 to force the rocket's nose cone free from the debris. Thunderbird 4's a pretty nifty machine, and it saved the day on more than one occasion. Now, Thunderbird 5, usually manned by John Tracy, is International Rescue Space Station and the nerve center of the organization's communications network.
Base to Thunderbird 5.
Through the use of sophisticated monitoring equipment and special filters, Thunderbird 5 is able to tune in to messages of distress in any language. Now, let me give you some details of the key personnel here at International Rescue. Our founder is Jeff Tracy. He was one of the first astronauts to land on the moon during the early days of colonization. Not many people know that after the tragic early death of his wife, he abandoned his career to raise his 5 sons. Mr. Tracy is usually based at headquarters, but when he and I went to check out a new monorail system, we found ourselves in real danger.
Tracy, something's gone wrong. We're heading for trouble. And I mean trouble.
The train hadn't been properly tested. We were running at full speed with no driver and no brakes.
I'm gonna call the boys.
It's too late.
I realize that. But if you fail, we might need help after the crash.
If we survive, how are you gonna call them without Grafton knowing that we're International Rescue?
Leave it to me. To say, Grafton, I wonder...
What, Tracy? Have you thought of something?
I don't know. Have you heard of International Rescue?
Sure I have. But no one knows who runs the outfit. Where do they come from?
I can't say. But I believe to call them, you just send out a radio message.
Yeah, I heard that. Somehow they pick it up. Come on!
Keep at it, Brains. You're still our only hope.
Somehow, I managed to work out a way of forcing the brakes into action.
We're approaching a bend. You've got to stop this thing. All right. This is our last chance. We're still going too fast.
Oh, shut up.
Wow! I thought we were never going to get out of that one. But Mr. Tracy sure knew how to keep a cool head in a tough situation. Now, the Tracy brothers, Scott, Virgil, Alan, Gordon, and poor old John stuck up in space. Scott, the eldest, is fast-talking and quick-thinking.
Right, Joe. Cover the takeoff.
There was one time he had to act fast when he found out that security had been compromised because someone was videotaping Thunderbird 1.
The automatic camera detector. Someone's photographing the ship. I told you guys no pictures.
Listen, Buster, you've done a great job here today. Now let me do mine.
I said no pictures.
Please destroy them.
If you think I do that, you're crazy.
Crazy fools.
Ned, stop the truck! No deal, Joe. This is the best news story we have ever had. I'm not gonna lose it now. What's going on?
I've electromagnetically wiped the videotape, Cook. The entire recording is blank. I'm sorry about this, but we must protect ourselves. So long.
I think it's fair to say he's inherited his father's cool head.
He's just bluffing. It's not possible. He wasn't bluffing. And it is possible. There goes your story, Ned.
But if you're thinking Scott takes himself too seriously, then I'd say you'd be wrong. There was one occasion when two kids he'd rescued played a joke on him, but he took it all in good part.
Dad fixed it up for us. Now you have to lie on the table, Mr. Tracy.
Oh, well, I'll try anything once.
Okay, Bob? Emergency, Scott. Away you go. Gee, Mr. Scott, we're sorry. I guess you're too heavy for our emergency exit.
The things I do for international rescue.
Virgil is the fearless one. He'll try anything if there's a chance of saving other people's lives. When we had to stop an out-of-control satellite hitting a major oil refinery, he even managed to force it off course using Thunderbird 2 as a lever.
You've done it, Virgil. Oh, okay, level out.
Things nearly went badly wrong. The satellite became magnetically sealed to Thunderbird 2 and seemed to be dragging us down with it. In the end, we just managed to miss the refinery and deflect the satellite into the desert.
Phew. That was close.
Not many people know that Virgil is also a gifted pianist. It's another side to his character. He's a complex guy. Alan is the youngest. And I've always had the feeling he's kind of sweet on my assistant, Tintin.
Alan,
Yes, Tintin?
I've got something for you.
Something? For me?
Oh, I know it's not your birthday until tomorrow, but come and see what I brought back for you. It's in the bathroom.
The bathroom?
Hey, what do you suppose Tintin wants to show Alan in the bathroom?
Can I open my eyes yet, Tintin?
Yes, you can open them now. You always said how nice it would be to have a pet.
A baby alligator.
Oh, no. This one's fully grown. It's a special breed of pygmy alligator.
Tintin, thank you. It's what I've always wanted. A cute little alligator.
Happy birthday, Alan.
Now, you may think that's kind of a strange present to give someone for their birthday. But there was a reason behind it. Scott had been trapped in a remote house in the middle of a swamp. A rare growth serum that makes animals grow to many times their actual size had leaked into the swamp and the alligators had turned into giant monsters. Things were pretty hairy for a while until Thunderbird 2 scared the alligators off with its landing rockets.
We'd better stand by with the tranquilizer guns.
Okay, Virgil, we're all set. Let's have a crack at these alligators.
FAB.
Good shooting, fellas. Let's go back and see how they look.
Good. We've hit these two all right. But what about the third one?
Yeah, it's headed back to the house.
We just can't use the tranquilizer guns so near the folks in the house.
I've got it. I'll go out on my hoverbike and draw them off.
No, Alan, you wouldn't stand a chance. The hoverbike cannon would be useless against that baby.
We've got to do something.
Alan, come back.
Alan tried to lure one of the alligators away from the house so that Gordon could shoot it with the tranquilizer darts.
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come on. Oh, man, you get me. Alan!
But he soon found himself in great danger.
Get it, Gordon.
Good shooting. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing. I suppose we should talk about me. I was orphaned as a child and then adopted at the age of 12 by a Cambridge professor. Then I met Mr. Tracy, and he asked me to help him accomplish his plans for international rescue, and I was delighted to accept his offer. I've got to admit, I just love machines. Even when I'm not working, my relaxation is designing new ways to improve my robot. Bremen.
Yeah, that's a good move. I'll increase the megadecibars by, say, 15 degrees.
Don't you want to watch Operation Sun Probe, Brains?
I'd prefer to fix Bremen, Mr. Tracy. He's still far too impulsive.
But Brains, they're going into orbit in 5 minutes.
4 1/4 minutes to be precise, Mr. Tracy.
Bremen has also been useful to our rescues, like when Thunderbird 3 found itself locked on a collision course to the sun when its retros failed. Alan, Scott, and Tintin were all on board and losing consciousness one by one. I was back on Earth with Virgil in Thunderbird 2, and we used Bremen to work out a way of sending a signal to change the course of Thunderbird 3.
All right, Brains. The formula.
Now, Bremen, I want you to calculate the following equation. What is the square root to the power of 29 of the trigonometric amplitude of 87 divided by the quantitative hydraxis of 956 to the power of 77? Well, Brain?
45,969.
It worked, Brains. It worked.
I only hope it's right. Come on. Let's get back to the transmitter truck.
When the code reached Thunderbird 3, the retros fired, and it started to move away from the sun. Thank goodness it did. Otherwise, Alan Scott and Tintin would have been lost. Now, before we go any further, I must mention our London agent, Lady Penelope, and her butler and chauffeur, Parker.
International Rescue HQ calling International Rescue England.
International Rescue, Lady Penelope speaking.
This is a hot one, Penny. Foreign agents are fleeing Britain. They must be stopped, and you've only got a couple of hours.
You rang, milady?
Penelope and Parker are often at the center of our operations. They're quite a team, together with their pink Rolls-Royce, Fab 1.
Their car must be fitted with radar-assisted steering. I'll have to try something else.
Get his car under control. I'll use the submachine gun.
Oh dear, like Fab 1, their car must have retractable studs fitted to the tires. I had hoped I wouldn't have to go to the ultimate lengths. But they leave me no choice. Oh well, down the hatch.
Beg pardon, milady, but the drink was drunk.
Reverse!
There was no need to shout, Lord Silton. You see, we're going quite smoothly now.
Oh, we are, madam, but backwards.
Lady Penelope's a mean driver, especially when she's in a hurry.
We're approaching a tree, madam. Madam, it's a tree. There's a tree.
Journey's End. What a pleasant drive. I must do this more often, Parker.
Lady Penelope is a pretty tough customer. She's been in many a tight spot, but none more so than when she was taken prisoner and lowered into the path of an oncoming express train.
Express train. Approaching tunnel now.
You barbaric fiend. Now, all we have to do is wait for the express to pass.
Luckily, Gordon and Virgil were close by.
Soon I shall have to turn out the lights so that no one sees us from the train. They may catch a glimpse of Lady Penelope, of course, but by then it will be too late to stop.
Godber, we implore you, spare this young girl.
It's too late. My plan has failed. I shall have to leave Lady Penelope to her fate.
Roach, stop the train. Stop the train.
Throw down your gun, or the professor will be pushed in front of the express. 3, 2.
Here she comes.
Yeah, make no mistake. Lady Penelope may look cute, but underneath she's as hard as titanium.
You know, I've often felt I'd like to do something exciting, like being a secret agent.
Well, it's not all romance, you know. In actual fact, in reality, it's a tough existence. Never being yourself. Someone like you, so sheltered and gentle, it just wouldn't be you. With all due respect, you're just not the type. You see, we walk with danger as a shadow. Death is a constant companion. And oh, Penelope, you just be what you are. A very beautiful lady.
Parker, or Nosy Parker to his friends, had a reputation as one of the world's finest safecrackers until he got caught and ended up in jail. Lady Penelope heard of his talents and offered him a working partnership. He's quite a character.
Jolly boating weather. Da 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 dee da da. Oh yes, when Cook sees me in this gear, she'll be like putty in me hands. Will I be up then, Belady?
Very well, Parker. Oh, just one moment. What have you in that case?
Oh, case? Oh, you mean, this one, Belady?
Yes, that one.
Oh, well, I thought I'd take it, you know, just in case. I won. The casino. You know, so we had to put all that money. Oh, now I wonder how they got in there.
Parker?
Yes, milady.
He's also a bit of an old rogue, and he's fond of a drink or two. When Lady Penelope was called upon to launch a new ship, Parker was nowhere to be seen.
A thoroughly excellent vintage, Parker. Excellent, I say.
Indeed it is, Stevens.
A toast, Parker. A toast to Lady Penelope Creighton-Wall.
A toast, Stevens. A toast to one of England's fairest roses. Pardon me, Stevens.
Course, dear chap, course. To her ladyship. Cheers.
It gives me great pleasure to name this ship Ocean Pioneer II. May God bless all who sail in her. Parker, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, lady.
Parker, where did you get the champagne?
Well, lady, it was such a good year, 1998. It seemed a pity to waste it. So I switched it. Switched it.
I thought that bubbly didn't hit the ship with much of a bang. Parker, what was it that I launched the ship with?
Lady, it was pure tonic water.
Parker, I shall have to talk to you about this later.
You see what I mean? Now, on one of their most famous assignments, they actually broke into the Bank of England.
Oh, Constable, the light's in my eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Truth is, you gave me quite a start.
Yes, a terrible night, isn't it? You see, I had to leave my car, and now I seem to be quite lost.
Oh, where are you making for?
Well, if you could direct me to the Tower of London, I would know my way from there.
The tower? Yes, that's easy enough.
You haven't hurt him, have you, Parker?
No, my lady. Just a touch of chloroform.
Splendid. Get him out of sight and fetch the equipment. Plastic explosive should take care of the outer door.
Very good, my lady. I'll fix the alarm.
Good work, Parker.
The warning systems are on the same circuit. Most obliging of them, madam.
Parker.
Yes, my lady?
Quickly, the fuse. Good. We're right on time. Take cover, Parker. Splendid. Come on, Parker. We have work to do. The rest is up to you. You've got plenty of time.
Look, do you think we might have a bit of ash, milady?
I'm sorry, Parker, but if you used a modern detector, you might...
A stethoscope, ma'am, was good enough for my father, and for my father's father, and before him, my father's...
Yes, all right, Parker. It was just a suggestion. Splendid, Parker.
I mean it. They weren't robbing the bank. They were just helping to prove that it needed a new safe.
There you are, your lordship. We carried out your instructions to the letter.
What can I say, Lady Penelope? For years, the Board of Governors have refused my request for a new, modern, up-to-date safe. But now, well, I have positive proof that this strong room is just not good enough.
Oh, yes. I would agree that I have a rare talent. One that you might say one has, or then again, does not has.
Topping job of work, my man. The bank will get a new vault for this.
Jolly good show, what? Any time, your lordship, any time.
Yes, Parker. But I think that will be all.
Parker is never far from the center of the action. His most dangerous assignment was on a runaway cable car in the snow-capped peaks of the Swiss Alps.
Thunderbird 2 calling Penelope.
Come in, Penelope.
Loud and clear, Virgil.
Look, Penelope.
You're going to have to give us a hand with this. Let me talk to Parker. Gee, I hope Parker's got a good head for heights.
Luckily, he did. He had to climb onto the roof to grab hold of a tether from Thunderbird 2.
Right. Lowering cables. Now.
Parker, use this. Hurry, Parker. Hurry.
Right, Alan. Stand by with retros.
Standing by.
Now!
Parker, are you all right? Parker?
Look, there he is.
There are certainly no flies on Nosy Parker. Okay. I think I've mentioned just about everybody here at International Rescue, with the possible exception of Kirano, who helps out with the domestic chores here on Tracy Island. His only failing is his susceptibility to the evil influence of his half-brother and arch-enemy of International Rescue, the Hood.
Kirano, my half-brother, you will help me. Kirano! 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 It is useless to resist my power. The secret of the lake must be mine. Speak! Kirano! Speak! Answer me!
He's a pretty nasty guy. I've been on the receiving end of those eyes myself. Once, on an expedition into the desert to recover some special treasure, I answered a knock at the door a little too hastily.
Who are you? What do you want? If only I could get to the radio.
What would you do then, my friend? Inform your friends at International Rescue? No, that is out of the question, I'm afraid.
He buried me in the sand to see if I knew anything about the treasure at the bottom of the lake. And I would have been a goner if the boys hadn't arrived to get me out. Alan went after him in Thunderbird 4.
My motors! They're flooding.
He sent his ship to the bottom of the ocean. But somehow, he always seems to pop up again. We've come up against the hood time after time, but we at International Rescue have always managed to come out on top. At least so far.
Curse those foolish boys. Curse their stupid father. And curse International Rescue.
Thanks for dropping by, but I really must be getting on with my experiment. As they say in the movies, that's all, folks.